starting this broadcast. Here we go. Your chat should be on. Let me know that it's on. Alright guys, we should be live. Let me get a confirmation that we're live. Y'all can type in Discord or here on YouTube. Alright, we're good to go. Chat should be on. If you want to type in the YouTube chat, make sure I can see it. Make sure we're good to go. Alright guys, evening show 15. I'll let everyone know. This saves me. Sweet. Alright guys, thanks. I can see you're on YouTube. So this saves me so I don't have to upload stuff afterwards. It'll just already be uploaded. Saves me a little bit of time, not much. But it's also convenient. It lets me get a better idea of view counts, and you know, I wanted to stream anyway instead of doing things through Discord. I have double the hands. I don't have to hit the control talk button. Yo, what up? And then it also lets other people engage with us who aren't in the Discord and might want to hop into it. So how are you guys doing? I hope you all had a good day of trading. It was, I think, the best day of the week for me. What up, Con? It wasn't my best day P&L wise, but I think the market was the best that it has been. Yeah, I can still read Discord. I'll keep both chats up in case somebody types in there, but mainly I'm looking at YouTube, but I can see all of it. I've got a big enough monitor. First, our usual disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not offering stock picks, investment advice, or anything of that nature. It's not what I do. This is to entertain and to hopefully help people adapt and do different strategies, but take everything I say with a grain of salt. It's not meant as professional advice. That being said, let's take a look. In my last show, I talked about Tesla, how I had a very, what's the word? I really liked Tesla and I liked it long. Can y'all hear me okay volume-wise? When Tesla pulled down below 900 today and then bounced and started going back up, I know Rose took it in our room. I did not. That was kind of the level I thought about taking it. I chose not to. I'm just not a swing trader. But that was my level to get back in it when it dropped below 900 and then went above. It obviously went up. So I know Rose got in there, so I know she's doing pretty good in her calls. I'm still considering going long in Tesla for a long swing into next year. It's a position that I'm not in yet. I'll let you guys know when I am in it. But it's something I'm looking at. I like the idea of it going back up when Musk is done selling, you know, at least to 1100 or at least back in this range here. I think that's realistic. I don't know that it's going to happen. For all we know, you know, it moves around and it goes down and it, you know, it ends back down at 800 or something. Like, I have no idea. I wouldn't risk something that I wasn't willing to lose 100% on. But looking at end of January calls, they're pretty cheap in my opinion, or they were. Earlier today when I was looking at them, they were $12, $10 even for the 1100s. So it's a, you know, you take 10 of them or you take one of them, you know, you can have a decent risk and only lose, you know, I think you'd have the ability to get out maybe half, you know, lose half or something like that, depending on where your stop loss was. So it's something I'm still considering. Congrats if you took that. Congrats for Rose. I hope it continues to run up and it goes to all-time highs while she's still holding them. Today, I traded pretty decent. I'm not going to do a video review today of my charts, or I'm sorry, of the names that I did and like the review trade like I've done for the last several videos. I will continue to do those, but this show's not going to be that. I'm going to talk some about mentality towards trading and mentality towards the market and maybe even some mentality towards money and ways that your mindset can actually help you in becoming a better trader, and things I've noticed about myself and that I've noticed in other people that I talk to about the market. I've noticed some things that I want to kind of share here. So we'll get into that. I started off today down a decent amount, only really because of one bad play. I traded Saba after it opened, and the options just went wild, and I bought them when they were tight, and then it just completely spread out and went down against me, and I got wrecked in that. And then I spent pretty much all my day making it back. Thankfully, today was a day when we could make it back. We had Tesla doing some textbook Tesla stuff. I actually made my money back in Amazon. Let's take a look at that. The video I did last night, if you want to know how I made back, I was down 5 figures this morning thanks to Saba. I was up before that. Saba wrecked me. I found Amazon, and if you watched yesterday's video, I did the exact same thing today, and I was calling it out in the chat room some for Amazon in the Discord. And I basically played all this up until about 12:45 or so, right around this area. No, 1 o'clock, right about here. So this whole move in Amazon, I was playing when the Q's bottom started ticking up, and I played it in line with the Q's. And I got back 5 figures just from doing this. I was about $1,000 red at this point when it was my kids' time. Like I had to feed them. It was 1 o'clock. They had to eat. So I had to stop and I had to feed them. Not only that, but another thing that happened earlier in the day, and I just remembered this, was this down move in Tesla. I was getting ready to trade it. But one of my boys woke up and was screaming. The nanny's sick today, so she's out, which is fine. You know, but he started crying, so I had to go up and get him and then try to get him down and get him calmed down. I missed this whole down move in Tesla, and at this point, I was already red on the day. So I was red, and I missed this move. But instead of getting toxic, instead of getting mad that I had missed a move, instead of bending and forcing things that weren't working, I just relaxed, and I did some of the stuff we talked about before about detaching, and I think I was talking about this some when we were in chat about just waiting and waiting for something to work. And there was nothing that was working for a while. I think for about a 30-minute spread, and it happened right when I was like $9,000 down or something like that. I don't remember, but I was down, and as soon as I was the market just died. And nothing really was working. The price improvement wasn't there. There wasn't any momentum in the names. And I could have done 2 things. Well, probably more than 2 things. But I could have forced the trade. I could have really got into it and started forcing stuff and just trying to find something and slam something's got to work. I could have just logged off and walked away, which would have been fine. That's probably the second best choice. Or the third choice was I realized that the only way I could get back to green, and it wasn't really important if I did get back to green, was just to trade small and to trade smart. So that's what I did. I never sized up. I missed this Tesla down move. It failed this breakout. It started going up. I think the stochastics went up, and then it just never broke down again. And I looked at Amazon, and I looked at the Qs. And I could tell the Qs were starting to trend higher, and Amazon was, I think, doing a delayed follow. Like the Qs were moving, and then Amazon was moving directly after it. So I started doing what I did in yesterday's video, played all of this, made my way back, and then I had to walk away. What happened, and there's a point to what I'm saying here. I'm hopefully not rambling for no reason, so please stick with me. right here. I missed this because I was playing Amazon. Mitchell caught this. Good job, Mitchell, on this one today. I think Mitchell caught this one. And then in here, I think I left and I told guys, hey, wait for a 2-minute. Green takes red in Tesla. Don't try to catch these 1-minute breakouts here. Let it break up and then play it. Y'all did. It broke up. I think there was some news here, and I don't know what happened. I missed this whole move again. So I missed 2 massive moves that for me would have been trades that I bent in heavy, for those of you who know how I trade. And I missed them. What can you do? You know, you're down money. At that point, I would have been not only back to green, but probably high 4, if not low 5-figure green day at this point, catching this move in Tesla the way I trade it. And I missed it. And I could have gotten toxic, and I could have looked at my money and looked at my situation, and I could have just been like, this is, you know, all this stuff, this is bad, I just can't, you know, everything is again, and you know, everything that was happening today, it was a busy day, and I'm leaving tomorrow to go on vacation, so, it's not like I have a ton of time and I've got other stuff I need to do to get ready. I've got to pack, I've got to do all this other stuff. So it could have been very easy to go toxic and to blow out from being back within 1 grand to, back down to 5 figures red. It's so easy to do that when you tilt. I didn't. I think I came back and I think I said on the mic, like, hey guys, I've missed a couple moves. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to chill. I'm going to go clean the house some. I'm going to come back, reset my day, start at 0. 0-0 is the score of the game. I'm going to make a few good trades and get green. Don't remember what I did to get green. I think it was Amazon again. Maybe it was Tesla. One of these names were trending, and I caught a move or two, and then I ended green on the day, and I got off. Usually when I go from big red to green, unless I'm in the middle of a Tesla move like that one that broke out earlier, I lock it in and I stop, because there's nothing worse than going red to green, back to red. And I think mentally that sets you up for failure. So that was my day today. That was how my day went. Something that I've noticed, and something that I've noticed with other people and myself, is that we can get very, very focused on the wrong things. We can think that the market owes us something. We think that we should have been making more money. That if only I hadn't done this, if only I hadn't done that, and we almost create false realities in our head that don't take into account what is actually in front of us, what's actually there and what's actually working. And we focus too much on the money and we don't focus on trading. Money is a good thing in a sense. It's the result of good trading. But money is not everything. Money can't be the reason that you're trading if you want to not tilt. Like Tim's saying, tilt city. Like if you're really focused on the money, when you're down or when you're up, things are really going to go sideways and things can really go bad. I view money. What's up, Rebecca? I do money while I'm trading as video game money. Not entirely like video game money, and I'm going to talk about this. This is a dichotomy. But the money in my trading account, because I've done what I've talked to some of you guys about, is, maybe you do a budget at the beginning of every month, or let's say you set 3 months living expenses aside if you're doing this full time. Or 6 months or a year, and you set some of that aside to where you don't have to have the money right now. So if you have a red day, it's not like you have to take something out the next day. You look at your finances, you know where you're at financially, you live below your means, and you set money aside to live off of, based off how you've been trading, how good you've been doing, the extra, whatever it is, whatever criteria you want to use. And so the money that you have in your account is not something that you have to use tomorrow, hopefully. And because I did that and do that, I can view the money in my account and other people in this room, Rose, I know Rose, I know there are several people we've talked to that view their money. I don't want to call out a lot of people, but a lot of people call out, and the most active traders in the room view their money in their trading accounts like video game money. And if I was to take a poll, I would guess that most people don't do that. But while I am trading and I'm buying 10 contracts of Tesla at $20-something or $30-something, I'm not actively comprehending the amount of money that I'm putting in that trade and that I'm winning and losing. I don't really comprehend that every day, like on a day like today, I trade with hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not actually probably millions of dollars today, in buying and selling. Because you buy, you sell, and that amount of money is spent. I don't really comprehend that. I don't really think about that. It's not something that's going through my head when I'm doing it. It's not something that I'm focused on. And even when I'm losing, let's say I'm down, today it was 5 figures, but let's say I'm down 2, 3, 4, 5,000. In any particular day, when you're down 5 grand, if the weight of that 5 grand is hitting you, yeah, a lot like poker. If the weight of the amount of money is hitting you, it's going to wreck your trading and destroy your trading. Whenever I get to that point, and I think everybody's a little bit different here, when we get to that point in the day where we realize whether we're up or down, like how much money this is either way, and it kind of comes into our psyche, it really, I think, wrecks us. And it makes it a lot harder to trade because we're now thinking and focusing on the money, and we're not thinking and focusing on just making good trades and finding the right setups. If I would have sat there and thought what all I could buy with 10 grand and what all I could do and all this other type of stuff when I was down today, I could have beat myself up and put myself into this crazy hole. But I didn't, because partially one of the reasons is because I saw the money in a sense as video game money, as money that's the cost of doing business. Losing money is the cost of trading. Losing tradings is the cost of trading. So I can compartmentalize my losses and my active trading. As long as I'm active trading, I'm taking good setups, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm not sitting there thinking, oh man, 2 grand a day is like $500,000 a year. All I have to do is make 2 grand a day and log off, and I'm never I'll be good for the rest of my life. That's all I have to do. I was up a little over 2 grand today at one point. I don't think that way. I wish sometimes it would be good to think that way in some sense if you get up and you realize that. But on the other hand, because, and this is what I want to say on the flip side, for those of us who do see our money and we do see our trading money as the cost of doing business and video game money, we can let ourselves dig too much of a hole until we completely beat ourselves over, until the reality of what we've done kind of punches us in the face. Because after a little bit of time, you can't deny how much you've lost and how much you've screwed up. And sometimes it's not until it's too late, or it definitely feels like it's too late. And a lot of guys I talk to who are like me, that kind of view the money that way, and they're cool with losses, not cool with losses, but they can lose and they can win and they can make all this stuff, is the reality doesn't set in until the reality sets in, and it's like a hard crash. It's like you're just completely wrecked because you're too detached from reality, and you're too detached from how good you're doing when you were making money. And so you didn't think about it in the correct way, and you didn't appreciate it, and you didn't trade it intelligently, and you began to almost gamble and play it like poker. Because in a sense, it's not like poker because we're not gambling. We're not gambling money and just throwing at stuff. Sometimes we do that, but that's not what we're doing. We're playing strategies. We have a system of trading that we use that works, that's extremely effective, and we are playing those strategies and playing momentum in different names that make us money. We're not gambling. We're not just throwing money at the market and just hoping that something sticks. So there has to be a balance in the way I think you look at your money if you want to grow and be a successful trader. And there's a toxicity that comes with both sides of the coin. If you're somebody that is a very active trader that sees their money as video game money, your danger and your worry and what you should watch out for is you should check yourself throughout the day and sometimes realize hey, I need to size down. I need to protect what I've won, because this is, even though I might not be spending this, and this is losing is the cost of doing business, and you're going to lose on some trades, and some days you're just going to be down money. There's a system. I'm sticking to the system. If I stick to the system, I'm going to make my money back. It's okay. I need to size appropriately. I need to justify What ended? Oh, I need to justify. I see you're talking about that. I need to justify my trades to myself because this is my business. This isn't just a hobby. This isn't gambling. This isn't me trying to just feed a high. Sorry, one of my kids are stirring. Hopefully he doesn't get up. If he does, I've got to run up and get him. And so you'll see me off the stream for a quick second. I'll turn this down so if he really gets going, I'll get him. But on the flip side of that, if you're a person who is really, and this is the smaller trader, if you're a person that's really focused on the money because you have a smaller account, because you have to pay bills, because it's just life, and you can't fathom losing $1,000 or $2,000 in one trade, that's okay, and it's not a bad thing, but know that there are going to be limits to what you can do and how aggressively you can play things, and even to an extent how much you can make because of where your risk reward is going to be for this style of trading. Remember, for this room, for this specific Discord and for what I do, we're very generally aggressive hyper scalpers. And you play names and you're finding momentum and something that works, and you're trying to find an option contract that works, and doing all these things together comes with a lot of risk. And it's very hard to manage that risk if you're looking at your money as like, crap, I just lost $500. I can't believe I just lost $500. Man, I can't believe if I lost 1,000. I can't believe I lost, whatever it is. And the reason that, I can jump in and jump out of trades very quickly, and I did the Amazon video yesterday where I'm jumping in and jumping out. I've done Tesla videos where you see me jumping in and jumping out. It's because I'm okay with losing it, because I'm not actually comprehending in a sense that I might lose twice the spread on 20 calls in Tesla. The spread's $1 to $2. I could lose $4,000 to $5,000 on this one trade. I'm not actively thinking about that. The risk reward is kind of going in my head, and I'm like just thinking about it, going, okay, this is this strategy. It's very like, this is the momentum's going, all right, I'm going to buy at this point. Okay, I'm in. But the money part doesn't come into my decision-making process unless it hits me in the face on either side of the spectrum. Like, I'm up so much that I realize how much this amount of money is, and then the money starts thinking, I'm like, man, I want to get the next, I want to hit 6 figures or something. Or on the downside, man, I'm down so much, oh dang, I can't have a blowout day. This is my month right here. I literally just gave back my month or my week, and then it starts really hitting you. And it's those situations that we want to avoid, and it's that risk-reward balance that you want to find in your personality and in your trading style and how you apply the strategies that we do to help you avoid getting to that point to where the money becomes a focus. Because I don't think the money can become a focus and you stay and continually be a successful trader. If the money is the focus, I don't know how you stay successful doing this, because you're going to tilt and you're really going to get wrecked. Yeah, and Peacock says over in Discord that he was up, he had a huge run in November, and he was up 90 grand at the end of the month at 60K and didn't realize how much it was, and he was losing, and he didn't care even if he was losing. And I've had that way too. It's like, I've been up, and I told y'all about this, like I was up almost $200,000 in November, and then blew half of that, like literally gave back almost half of it. And I was like, well, whatever. And I was so far detached, and it was so stupid the way I was trading. Now, I still had a green month. I still had a great month. I made more than I would have made in my last job in a month, and in a year, in a month. But because I was too detached and too much in that I just don't care, I'm just doing what I'm doing, I didn't let myself see what I was actually doing, and I let myself take bigger hits than I should have, instead of sizing down, instead of trading appropriately. You really have to find a way. Now, you have to find a way and a system to help yourself detach from the money, especially if you get into this as a bigger trader. So for you newer traders and younger traders, what I'm saying, and the practical application to what I'm saying, is this. When you do this full time, make sure that you can do it and you can set some money aside to where you can maybe take care of yourself for a little bit, ideally, and you can protect yourself and protect your gains to where you don't have to make money maybe for 3 months. And so you have a 3 month cushion to trade intelligently and small and smart to just make that money and build it up. For you more experienced guys who have been doing this for a little bit, don't let your big wins that come and that continue to come kind of detach you from how much half of what you make is. You know, um, 2,000 a day is $500,000 a year. That's you're in the 1% of the country almost. If you can do that, and almost 100% of the active traders in this room can do that. Yeah, it's like it's like I'm like fairly frugal with the money I have, generally speaking. It's like I'm not spending $50 on a burger. I'm not doing that. Or, I'm not going to go to dinner and spend $200 on a steak. It's like, yeah, but I'm going to take this Tesla trade and I just lost 5 grand in it. Oh, well, I'm going to do it again. And it's just, it's like there's this disconnect there. And it's crazy. And it's so weird and random that we can do that. That we can take these like $1,000 losses, but we won't go spend $1,000 on this. And for those of us who are kind of more into it, as far as active trading, we really have to be cautious, and we have to protect ourselves, and still respect the money and respect the process. Money's not the focus, but when you start making it and you're having these big runs, what's going to stop you from blowing up? Because most of us have these big runs, and then it's so easy to get in this rut. One of the things that stop us from getting in that rut is respecting the process, respecting the market, and respecting the money that we make. Because if you respect the process, you're going to continue to do the strategies. You're not just going to be doing stupid stuff. You're going to be finding stuff that works and trading it no matter what. If it's and the money, if you respect the money, you're going to realize how much you make. And when you start losing, you're not going to be thinking about your cushion. You're like, okay, hang on, this isn't working. Let's see if I can adapt and adjust. Just because I have a cushion doesn't mean I'm going to trade stupid. I'm going to find something that's like legit, and that's going to get me the money back. Every day needs to be green. I'm going to respect this process. I'm going to respect what I'm doing. I'm going to respect the money. And I'm going to treat this like a business, not like cash I can gamble and throw away because I've got a bunch in the bank because I've been winning. Because let me tell you what, it doesn't take many days to get back down to blow out a month and then to have that depression hit. Because for those of you guys who have had that, there's not a lot that makes you feel worse or more depressed than some big blowouts that put you down near that, PDT level, or that giving back a whole month level, or the whole 6 month level. Man, I worked 6 months and I gave it back in a day. And some of y'all have done that. And it's so easy to do. And we have to be so cautious. We cannot let our guard down when we're having good days. And then when the market gets tough, it's going to be easier for us to adapt to that because we weren't just getting comfortable and trading stupid when the market was good. We were respecting the process and the trades. We were making good trades then, and we're making good trades now. And it's not about the money. Because this month, you might be trading excellent this month, and let's say you just make 30 grand. And I'm using big numbers, so if you make less than this a month, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to knock you up or whatever it is. But let's say you make 30 grand this month, but last month you made 50 grand. You may have traded better this month than you did last month, and you made less money. And that's okay. It can't be about the money. It has to be about smart, intelligent trading, and we should do everything we can as traders to remove money from the equation. It's easier said than done, and we do this in a sense for the money because it's our job, but it can't be the hard and fast focus. I think one way you do that is taking money out. Other things I've already talked about on the show, but you can take money out of your account. You can give a lot of money to charity. You can, help your church, help your family members, help people around you. Doing stuff like that is going to help you, or I say is going to help you, but can help you realize what you're making. If I can take out and at the end of the week or the end of the month, you give 10% of your money to your church or to friends, or no, friends, I just give money to friends, but help people out, give to charity, support someone who needs help that you see, be generous, tip the waiter extra and stuff like that. It can help you realize how much you actually make, how well you actually are doing, and can keep you grounded in reality and not blown up in this unrealistic video game world of, five figures, doing all these kind of crazy number things, or hundreds. You can play with hundreds if, five figures isn't your thing, four figures, three figures. um, so keep yourself grounded. Keep your head, like Corey's saying, keep your head on your shoulders. Um, Last month, money was easy. This month, it's not. It's okay. It's not about the money. It's about finding smart trades. Technically speaking, if I eliminated my losses today, I made 20 grand. I probably had 20 grand worth of losses today. If I could have cut some of those out, I could have had a massive green day. I didn't, because I made a few aggressive mistakes I shouldn't have made. And Sava and really it was just Sava and AMD. Sava really wrecked, and then I had a few small losses that wouldn't have mattered. But if I could have eliminated those, I would have had a really good day. I didn't, and that's fine. It is what it is. But it can't be about the money. It has to be about the trading. It has to be about the process. We have to respect the process. Especially going into the holiday season. You got Christmas, New Year's, all that coming up. Do you really want to be a miserable person going into time with your family? Do you really want to log out at the end of the day and be mad at your wife or your kids, or, the people around you? You know how important it is to keep people in your life who are actually good people, who actually care for you, and who actually are going to help you make a better, who are actually going to help make you better, and who you can help make better too. You know how important it is to keep people like that around you instead of, toxic, crazy people. But you don't want to be one of those toxic people, and trading can make you very toxic. Your emotional state is very important, and one thing that can help you get past that emotional state is realistically look at your situation and find out what would you need to do to make money not an issue in the trading. When you're up, when you're down, what are things that you can do, that you can change to take the focus off of the money and to help you focus on good trading and not the amount that you're up or down? I'm not saying if you blow out you should keep going if you're on the down end, and that you shouldn't lock it in if you're up a little bit and you're comfortable. You definitely should. But what are some things we can do, and what are some things that you can do to take that factor out of your trading? Because that factor, as a scalper and as someone who needs to scan the market, who needs to have their OODA loop moving, observe, orient, decide, act, who can see all this, and who can move, and who can make these decisions on a quick fly. Yeah, I like that. I can type really quick. Yep, I like this. I like this. I can make these setups. I can take these trades. If you can do that, you're going to be fine, even if you're down money. But once you realize the brevity of what you've done, or you're way too high, and you're just trying to catch the next one, you're not going to be able to do that with a clean mind. You're not going to be able to find the setups and the contracts that are working. You're not going to be able to trust the people around you and listen and watch and view and take information in, because you have a blocker and a wall up that's stopping you from making the money. It's going to stop you from making smart trades and good trades. And that's something I've noticed in myself, and Rose and I talked about it on a video that didn't get recorded. Well, my part did, but hers didn't because my video software was messing up. We talked about some other stuff too, and I know she's going to be on again in the near future, and we'll probably hit it more. But generally speaking, yeah, zooming out on the chart does help. Anya saying that if you zoom out on the chart, you can actually look at everything and kind of take it in. So zooming out can really be helpful to help you kind of see and get a better picture. Even zooming out, like this is a one chart I have, like during the day, go in between something like this, and if you're just scrolling, like instead of having all 9 charts and you just kind of look at stuff like, oh, hey, look, that chart looks pretty good, and you can kind of jump around to different things and get a better view of the market as a whole. Not lows, but so it's my thoughts on money. Yeah, for a month, for 2 months, for 3 months. And Peacock saying over in Discord, you know, take money out of your account each week or each month, and that helps him tremendously. It does for me too. I've considered doing that, like at the end of the week or the end of the month, taking 50% out, like of whatever I make. No matter what, just take that 50% out of the account, put it in a separate account. Before you know it, that separate account's bigger than your trading account because you keep taking money over there. I can't tell you how much it helps me and how I don't think I could do it if I was really focused on the money. If I had to make the money, I'm sure I might be able to, but the level of stress that that would put on me if I couldn't handle a $2,000 loss in my day would really hamper my trading style and would really stop me from trading how I want to trade and how I like to trade. So it's easier said than done. I understand everyone is at a different life point. I understand there are people who are under PDT and who can't do that. And you know, this is not for every single person. I mean, it is if you're not at PDT. I mean, it works either way. But if you're over PDT, you should really be careful. If you're under PDT, your goal should be to get above that $25,000, and you really can't do this for a living, I don't think, if you're under that unless you have another source of income. Is that what you're asking, Anya, or like the money part? Money should not be an issue. The way, if I'm under PDT, that money was not an issue for me is I was almost like, you know, I put money in and it was basically like I was cool with losing all that money, you know, as a trader. So it's like if I put 10 grand in and I'm like, okay, I'm going to trade. It's not that I want to lose that 10 grand, but I'm going to be trading and hey, you know what? I'm going to trust the system. I'm going to be making good trades. And if I lose the money, I lose the money. And I don't need the money to live outside of this. So if like I put 10 grand in and that 10 grand disappeared for some reason, it's not going to hurt my life. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to lose my home. I'm not going to get divorced. You know, I'm not going to miss a car payment. Like I'm not taking money out of my actual, like money I need to live. So if I'm under PDT, the money rule still applies. It just applies differently. You know, you shouldn't be scared, and you wouldn't want to be withdrawing if you're at 25K because you want to keep everything above 25K. Yeah, you just take out. That's for people over PDT on you for taking out the money. Like for me, let's say let's say you made $10,000 this week. Log on at the end over the weekend and you take out of your main trading account and you put it in your, you know, for me the LLC bank account or a different broker account or something else, and I take that 10 grand and I take 5 of it and I put it over there and I leave the other 5 in my account. But if I'm under PDT, I'm not going to do that because the goal is to get over 25,000. So, you know, there's not one rule for everybody, but let's say you have 6 figures in your account and you have a $100,000 account, and at the end of the month you made 50 grand. Maybe you just bring your account, you take that whole 50 and you spread it out, or you lower it and you drop your account back down to 100,000. It kind of all depends on what you're trying to do, and if you're trying to, you know, buy stock and you need more capital so you can purchase more shares. If you're doing options, you really don't need more than $100,000. You really could do it with 30 or 50 pretty easily. So you can kind of look into different stuff like that, but I don't take swings. I don't trade on margin stuff that I hold. So it just depends on you, and that's why I said you as an individual trader, find out what you need to do to help yourself not be money focused when you're trading and instead be strategy focused and market focused. The money can't be the focus because I don't think you can win if the money is the focus. Yeah, and there's guys in here like Liam and Corey, you're saying that, and others who literally started their accounts at $2,000 and are now 6 figure traders. You know, Steve Pika, he sets, I got you. Um, and Steve's saying that he resets his at 50K each week. That's another good way to do it. Take the money out, You know, there's other things. So some of the stuff we said here, main point being, the most successful in this room traders, in my experience from talking to them and from seeing emails from people and talking to people and Discord messages and all this other stuff, are the people who are not focused on the money when they're making trades, and they're focusing on the trades and the strategies. And if they're focusing on the money and they're having a hard week or a hard month because they haven't built it up or because they're losing, most of those people, like CT you saw today, not that he was having a hard day or month, but he logged out early. He literally, you know, was like, guys, this is it. I'm, you know, trade the first 30 and gone. And there's nothing wrong with that. Lock in that cheddar and get out. And eventually you're going to build it up to where, you know, maybe you want to play a little bit more because you finally got that mental cushion and the money isn't an issue. So find out ways that you can eliminate money as a factor. And the sooner you do that, the sooner your trading is going to improve. And then if you're on the upper end of it, yes, you want the money to be eliminated, but don't let that go too far. There's a dichotomy. You need to respect the money, respect the process, respect what you're doing, give to charity, give to other people, be a good person, help others out, maybe take money out, do different things to allow yourself to actually respect and see the fruit of your labor and understand that you're not that this isn't really video game money. This isn't really fake money. You are really trading with the amount of money that you're trading with, and you're really doing that. And it's honestly kind of crazy if you think about it and put it into perspective on what we do. So questions, guys, before I questions, thoughts, comments on this topic or anything else. This will be the last show I do this week. Going on vacation, I'll be with family. To be honest, this will probably be the last show I do until the New Year's. I might do 1 or 2 shows when I'm down on vacation with family, but it is doubtful. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm just saying probably not. But you guys can let me know. I'll let you know on all that. I will be trading. I'll be in Discord during the day, but I'm definitely not going to be as active making videos and stuff. I hope to put out an updated Fidelity video. Hopefully have it posted Thursday. That's the plan. There's also a lot of new stuff coming to the channel over the next year that I've got planned, and some videos and different ideas. Nothing in Discord. Anything on YouTube? Yep. Enjoy the process. What Corey's saying is right. Enjoy the process. I love trading. I think this is the best job. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love trading, even sometimes when I'm not making money or I'm not making as much. I love this job, guys. What's my mobile setup? I'll send you a picture of it. Maybe I can do a video on it. I've got a Origin, or the PC company, an Origin laptop, 17-inch laptop with 2 17-inch monitors. And I basically set them up to where I've got that, and then I've got the other 2 on little stands, and they flip up right beside it. So I've got my Fidelity on my main one. I've got chats and chart. I actually think I put, see, I used to not, I'll see how I do it with Discord. I'm going to post a new one, Tori, a new Fidelity video on Thursday. I'm going to do, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it with Discord. I'll probably have the Discord in the back. I won't be able to see the chat, or have it up on my phone so I can see it. So I'll have my phone sitting down, and I'll have 2 17-inch monitors that are plugged into my Origin PC laptop. And that's what my mobile setup is. It's super small. I can carry it in a backpack. My wife got me a new backpack for my birthday, so I'm going to be using that and just load everything in, pull it all out, cords, mouse. Got a little mouse with a little, trackpad, and that's my setup. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Yeah, if you're working, really quick first up, if you're working full time and you're doing this and you really want to do this, you can work, you can set money aside, you can work extra jobs, you can take overtime, and you can put money aside to get yourself above PDT quicker. You don't have to make your money all doing this. If I was at the point where I had to go out and do it, I'd go out and I'd be go work $15 an hour somewhere or something else and side hustle, find a way to make money to where I can, get myself back up and take care of it so I can trade. And then I'd just hop right back in here and quit my job as soon as I, could do it again. So, but everyone's different. Everyone has different circumstances and different, circumstances in life. Congrats on the new laptop. Well, let's see. If there's nothing else, I think that's it for the show for me. That was the main thing I wanted to hit on, something I thought that was very important, especially going into Christmas and the holidays. I really hope y'all have a fantastic Christmas, a happy New Year. I will see you all in Discord. I'll be there. I'll be there every day. Tomorrow I will be trading in the morning, and then I drive overnight, so I'm going to get absolutely zero sleep on Wednesday night, tomorrow night, and then I'll be back Thursday. I will probably trade Thursday, even though I'm not going to get any sleep. I do really well. At least 24 hours without sleep to about 48 hours, I can function really, really well. And then after that, it kind of gets difficult. Let me see. Let me check that really quick. My stochastics on this one, 7 and 3 for the 1 and 2 minute. Yes, you are correct. It is 7 and 3 for the 1 and 2. It's 5 and 3 for the 5 minute. And I don't use stochastics on anything longer than that. I actually don't use the 15 minute anymore. I just use like a daily chart, a weekly chart. Well, I don't use the stochastics on the 10 minute. The 1, the 2, and the 5, and mostly just the 1 and the 2 are what I use. Note on stochastics. Well, tomorrow is my birthday, but I appreciate it, Bandit. A note on stochastics. When they're pulling apart, and I mentioned this in Amazon. Let's see if I can find one. I don't have them set up on this chart. Give me a second. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. I want to point something out to you guys for those of you who hung out and stayed a little bit late. When it starts pulling, like, okay, here we go. When Tesla's pulling down here, I would not have tried to front run any of these, and I would not have taken losses until here. Like around this candle in this area, maybe. So like maybe I lost on this one and then made on this one. Why? Look how this separates, and it looks wider in real time. Like here it's kind of close, so maybe it goes up, so maybe you like try this like a breakout or something. But once the stochastic crosses down and like it's separating, that 7 is separating from the 3, that gold line, the 7 and 3 are separating, and it's not close, that's when I stop trading it. So when you get that look, like this look where it's not even close, that's when I don't try to front run something, especially Amazon. When you're trading Amazon off the queues and stuff like that. And then once it gets down here and it kind of bases, now in this level, the next 1 minute breakout I like. So like if I was trading Tesla here, I don't remember if I did, it would be like, nope. Yeah, I'm not even thinking about front runs in here. Even if it goes, I don't care. I'll miss it. All right. The lines are close together. Next 1 minute breakout. There's your next 1 minute breakout. You could take that. If you sell the quick pop, you make money. If you hold it, you obviously lose because it dropped. But now that it's going up, you could then play the next 1 minute breakout and the next 1 minute breakout, and then you get chopped up in here if you did it there. This is the end of the day, so you really shouldn't be trading this with 10 minutes left. Or, I mean, you could do what you want to, but so a little bit of extra information for you. I'll talk about that in a later video too. But thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Hope you traded smart today, and I will see you all tomorrow in our Discord or in the Newsbeat live room if you're in there. Have a great evening. Thanks for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. I forget to say that at the beginning, but it does make a difference to me if you do like the stuff, if you share it with people, get more people in here. I love to help other people learn this and grow and become financially independent through day trading. So much appreciated, guys. I'll talk to you all soon.